SEGA.
Hey everyone, this is Prince Brightstar and welcome back to Phantasy Star Online 2. So, last time we finished up Episode 2, and before we get into Episode 3, there are a couple of things that we need to take care of here. Today we're going to be taking a look at 2 missions, but before that, you might have noticed that I'm standing next to Zig right now here, and there's a reason for that. For quite a while, I've been working on something that is basically going to get me fully ready for Episode 3 here, and I wanted to kind of bring you all along for the process here today. So let's go ahead and talk to Zig here. And we're going to go under Crystal Fragment Exchange. Now you should be noticing a bunch of weapons here, all of them at plus 10. For a little while now, I've had this sword here, and while it was a nice sword, it is, when you take a look at its element, it is a dark element weapon. And if we still have things to do with the Darkers, then that's obviously not what we want to be doing here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way down here to this right here. These are called austere weapons. And as you can tell, there are a ton of items that you need to exchange to get one of these here. Let's just kind of go down the list. Of course, you need to have the original sword to basically craft this thing. But in addition to that, you need to get a bunch of stones here in order to actually get this done here. So, these 2 types of stones basically come from bosses. These 2 types of stones come from the ultimate areas, and then the Heart Key Spellstone, Bloody Moon Spellstone, and the Phantom Knight Spellstone. Those come from basically running through the extreme quests. X cubes you get either by recycling weapons or by leveling up, and then these right here are photon boosters. And basically we're going to turn these all in right now here. And so now, as you can see, we now have the austere sword. So let's go ahead and get this equipped, and let me throw the photon arts that I typically like on here. Now, we're not done with this weapon yet, and I'm going to bring you back in just a moment here to show you what still needs to be done here. Alright, we're back, and as you can see, we're standing next to the item lab attendant, Dudu. Now, if you don't know who Dudu is, he is one of the most despised characters in the game, right next to Monica. And the reason for that is he is the guy you go to when you need to strengthen your weapons. And unfortunately, with this game, it is not a sure shot that you're going to be able to strengthen your weapons, at least not without using special items. There is risk involved, and basically if certain things don't go correctly, either things that you're trying to add on to the weapon, or the strengthening process in general can fail. And that can either leave you with a weapon that is not as powerful as you wanted, or could actually weaken the weapon. You never actually fully break the weapon like with what happened with Phantasy Star Universe in the original release, but it's still, you know, not exactly a fun thing to have to do here. But in order to get this weapon as strong as I want it, we have to talk to him. So let's go ahead and talk to Dudu. And we're going to go under item grinding, and so we're going to select the austere sword. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose to use a support item, specifically this Grind Skip 5. This is basically going to skip us through the first levels of grinding here. So now we can see it is plus 5, and we can see that there is a risk involved. So I'm going to use a grind risk reduction here, and then I'm also going to use a grind success rate 30 in order to try my best to, you know, protect what I've already done here, and make sure that this does not lose any levels if this doesn't work. Alright, so now we're at 6. I'm gonna keep doing this until we get up to 8. Alright, now we're at 8. So now I'm safe to use my grind success 100s. And those grind success 100s are basically what I was telling you about a moment ago. Okay, so now that we have this weapon at plus 10, let's go ahead and talk to Dudu again. And this time, we're going to go under Unlock Potential. And we're going to select the Austere Sword here. As we can see, we have this one potential available to us. It boosts the damage by 6%, and the Photon Point auto recovery speed by 10%. And when we go into that, we can see that we need to pay 196,000 Meseta, as well as 3 Photon Spheres, to unlock that potential. So let's go ahead and do that now. And now, if we look at the weapon again here, we can see it is now back at having no grinds on it. So, in order to fully maximize the power of a weapon, you basically need to go through this process a number of times here. So I'm going to go through the rest of these really rapid fire here. So let's do grind skip 5. Okay, so that one actually failed there. No problem, though. As you might imagine, it's pretty expensive to keep doing this here, which is why it's very rare when I actually do it. Okay, so now I'm going to go for the grind success 100s. So let's go ahead and unlock the next level of potential. As you can see here, it boosts the damage by 9%. Still the same Photon Point auto recovery, though. And that time it needed 4 Photon Spheres. I'm going to keep working on this, and I'll bring you back in once I'm about to finish. Okay, we're back, and I'm going to apply the last 2 grinds to this now. So what I have now is the Austere Sword at plus 10, and the potential unlocked at level 3. That being in addition to what came on the sword here. Alright, why don't we go ahead and take this sword for a test run. I'll bring you back in when I'm about to start a mission here. Alright, we're back, and now we're going to talk to Rebecca here. I'm going to go under Time Attack Quest, ARKS Festival 2015 Admiral. And let's go ahead and head into the camp ship. Let's go ahead and grab a Shift to Drink EX. And let's pop the guard stance and the brake stance. And let's get this going. As you can see, we are on the ARK ship wreckage, which means we've got Darkfall's Elder to take down first. Oh, my timing is off. Round and around and around we go. Alright, there goes the first arm. There's the second one. As you can see, this is doing a lot of damage just by blocking as well. Alright, there goes the third arm. There goes the fourth. Let's try to do what damage we can. Let's cast Shifter to buff up. And let's start blocking. Overhead. Let's go for another here. There goes that arm. Looks like he's coming down with his fists. Alright, with this attack I've learned, as long as you stay on the ground, the beam won't actually hit you. Alright, he's almost done. I decided to take the hit so I could get more damage on him. Down goes Dark Falls Elder. Alright, with him down, let's go ahead and buff up with Shifter again.
Completed.
Now we're waiting for a teleporter to appear. There it is. And let's go ahead and hop into this teleporter. And now we're taking on Dark Falls Loser.
Emergency code due.
I wanted to get those hits in. Alright, let's keep going. There goes his armband. Let's keep the attack up. Alright, that exposes his core. Alright, he sealed it up. And we still got the other armband to take care of here. Come on, get back over here. That's not my target. Alright, his arm's exposed. That's not my target. And now his core is exposed. Around and around and around we go. Alright, looks like he's speeding up. Round and around and around we go. At this point, we're just gonna try to cause damage and force him into the next phase. There we go, he's moving into the next phase. Here come the daggers. I'm not even gonna try to go after those. Alright, now that he's out of that phase, we're now going to start going after him with attacks that cause Mirage. The reason for that is basically what will open up his clock there. Come on, open up. Alright, with this attack, I gotta be really careful, because now all 4 of these are coming after me. Come on. Just barely got out of that. Let's try going after your beak here. I didn't get your beak, but I did break one of your gems. Alright, let's heal up. There we go. That breaks your beak. Alright, as you can see, you can technically jump on top of his clock there. Doesn't do that much good to do that, though. Come on, open up. Yeah, when you're trying to do this fight alone, that is one of the most annoying parts of the fight, if the random number generator just does not want to work with you. All we can do right now is try to break some more crystals here. As you can see, I'm able to break out of that attack using Guilty Break. Alright, looks like we managed to force him into his last phase here. There we go. We're gonna keep working at this clock here. Let's get some photon points back. This clock is just refusing to open up. Alright, there go all of his crystals. Technically, his core is exposed right now. Let's try an overend here. Can't see. Overend. Oh wow, I think I just discovered a new way to fight him there. If you can get up high, you can actually still attack him even when he's using his swords. Typically, you can't do that. Let's try to get this thing open again. And down goes Dark Falls Loser. That took way longer than it should have. It was all up to pure randomness on that one.
Completed.
Because Razan is an attack that causes Mirage. I must have cast it at least 50 times and it didn't hit for the event to open his clock. So I don't know what to tell you on that one. Anyway, now we're going to move on to a quest that happened over the summer. And the reason I didn't show it to you then is because it actually contained in it a spoiler for what was going to be coming up in the story. Or at least, it seemed like a spoiler to me. So, I decided to hold it off until now that we're past episode 2. And so we're going to go back in time now, back to the summer of 2015, and to my past self. Alright, we're back, and now we're going to be taking a look at a quest that's only going to be available for a limited time here. Let's go ahead and talk to Annalise. And it is called Chaotic Beguiler. Let's go ahead and start this up on extra hard mode. Into the camp ship we go. Alright, and let's go ahead and head on down into the Darker Nest. And let's pop the guard stance, the switch strike, and the break stance. And it looks like we're starting up already with an emergency trial to evade Visbolts. Here we've got a group of Banta Barada. Switching to my jet boots. Moment Gale. Alright, well that trial had started before we even got into here. Back to my sword. Guilty break. And as you can see here, we are in here trying to collect quest points. And we'll be done once we hit 1,000. Over to my partisan. Now, one thing that we're looking for in this mission are the 2015 weapon badges. And basically what those do is once you obtain 300 gold ones, you're able to trade it in for a 13-star weapon. Looks like there's another coming up from behind. Oh, this is the ending theme to Space Channel 5 Part 2. And it looks like we've got Meow over here. Alright, let's break that weapon. Somebody tried to hold him in place. I'll still get some health back, though. What is going on? Big Varda? How did you come up from the ground like that? Alright, we gotta go after its main cannon there, so that we can keep its chest open permanently. There it goes. And now we just attack its core here. Over to my jewel blades. Come on, let me back up. And down goes Big Varda. Ha! Block the explosion. Okay, moving on. Looks like we got some Gobloon here, as well as Lansverita, and even a Dagash. Let's keep spinning around. Alright, let's move on to the south. Big group! Looks like there's even more Darkers over here. It looks like Ravel could use a hand here. Looks like a rare weapon dropped here. Looks like there's a falls arm over there. As you can see, that went down pretty quickly here. What the? Ah! Kill it with fire! Kill it with fire! What a horrible mashup of characters! Alright, looks like we've got a Chrome Dragon to take care of now here. And once again, this is not Hodred. Hodred had like a ribbon or something on one of its horns. Alright, let's keep up with the moment, Gale. Alright, that finishes off that group. Grab this badge here. You can tell if something is a weapon badge or not based on how bright the rare box is shining. Ooh! That's a lot of damage there. Can't get up. There's another boss over here. Persona! Now, one thing that's unique about the Darker Nest here compared to other Darker Nests area is the fact that there's no poisonous liquid on the ground. Alright, we got a Banta Barada over here. Looks like we shocked ya. Now, this sounds like the music from Nights into Dreams. And here we got another Meow. Let's break that weapon. Casting Shifter. It looks like we've got a Giger Gonna Gam here.
Changeover. Code. Q.
Now this guy is from the Harkopan area, which we'll get to once we get into episode 3. Ha! Blocked your sword. And down it goes.
Completed.
Yeah, so after you clear an emergency trial, sometimes you can also get those weapon badges there. Zeno! What are you doing alive? You're supposed to be dead! Alright, whatever the case is, things seem to be okay now. Obviously, we still have a lot of story to go before we catch up to where he revives, essentially. It looks like Kuna could use a hand now. And we've got a Zeshra over here. Alright, looks like we just finished up the quest. We're gonna take down this Zeshra first before we leave. Pop the Photon Blast. And Zeshra is done. Or at least I think it is. Yeah, it is. Alright, let's go ahead and head back up to the camp ship. Okay, I'm taking over now, past me. So this quest did go away during the summer of 2015, but it was quickly replaced by the quest that brought about Gal Griffin to the game. Even to this day, they're still collecting the weapons badges. Basically, you just need 300 gold badges, and that will get you a 13-star weapon. But at this point, there are actually much better weapons that you can get by collecting other stones, as I've shown you earlier in this episode here. Granted, that takes a long time to put that austere sword together. In fact, I'm technically still not done yet because the element is only at 30. I would need to get a second austere sword in order to bring it up to 60%. Either that, or I would need to get 30 other 13-star swords that I could convert the extra elements into. And I don't see myself doing that. I'm gonna see how far I can get in terms of collecting the stones instead. But anyway, we're gonna start episode 3 on the next episode. Thank you for joining me today. This is Prince Bright Star signing off. I'll catch you next time.